boxes, and welcome back to my channel. This is Brittany from Shop Foxborough. I am Shop Foxborough on Poshmark, Instagram, and Etsy. And today I am here with a haul that I kind of cannot believe that I am actually doing. So before quarantine started, back at the end of February, my best friend and I went out and we went to the Goodwill in Boston. It is gigantic. It is the Harrison Avenue Goodwill. And we did like this crazy mega thrift haul, and then we went into quarantine. And I decided to start working through all of the backlog that I had, so I am just now getting to the point where I need to list this stuff because this is what I have. So I am excited to be doing this haul for you. It has been sitting in my cedar closet for 3 months. I do not remember what is in there. But before I dive into today's haul, let me just say a couple of things. First, there are going to be videos every day this week. I have a mixture of hauls and learning content, and also just some fun unboxings and fashion content. So I hope that you will tune in every day this week and see what the new video is going to be. They're mostly going to be released in the evening. Second, for every video this week, I am going to be making a donation to an organization or a group that supports either the Black Lives Matter movement or other Indigenous disenfranchised groups that may need some monetary support to continue their missions. And you can find the information for each video down in the comment section or in the description below. And I will leave a link to the organization so that you can donate as well. If you like these videos, if you appreciate what you learned, then think about just donating a couple of dollars where you can, if you're able, and that will definitely help further the movement to show that kindness will win and we should love everyone. Lastly, for this haul, I'm going to try to offer you guys one keyword that I will use when listing these items to kind of incorporate that learning element into this haul. It's sort of a big haul, so in order to make it worth your while to sit and watch, I wanted to give you something back in return for your time, and that is what I decided would make the most sense. So, without further ado, let's find out what I have in this bag, because it is literally gigantic. You guys saw me dragging it in the intro, and it's crazy. Okay, so let me just also say that the Goodwill in Boston is kind of expensive. I already think Goodwill is a little expensive. I think most of the time here dresses are $6 and tops and pants are like $5 or $6 and tank tops are $3, and then a lot of other stuff is individually priced. But down in Boston, dresses are like $8, I think, and all of the pants were $6 or $7, and tank tops were $5, and so I ended up getting some things that I maybe might not have picked up if I had known their pricing, because their signs were a little bit confusing. Anyway, the first thing is this mauve tank top, and I really like the pin tuck pleating right here. So that is a keyword for you. That's like pin tuck pleating, and it's got gathering at the back, which is really nice. It is a size extra small, but I loved the color and I just thought it was going to be fun for the spring and summer. Obviously spring has passed, but you know what? Gotta give ourselves some grace, right? Next up, I'm pretty sure I waffled back and forth on buying this, but I really loved the colors. It is by the African Village, which you can see here. And it's just this beautiful dress. It's got this crazy cool collar with this gold lame piping. So there's a keyword for you. When it's metallic thread, it is lame thread. And I just think this is so cool. And I loved the buttons and the colors and everything, and it's just got that like trapeze dress style, so I can't wait to do a styled shot of that one. I don't remember what's in this bag, by the way. Okay, J. Crew factory top. It is a size 4. It is like a maroon velvet with a little like ruffled hem. And I don't know that there is too much to say in the name of keywords. This right here is what's called a dart. So it has a darted bust. It has a keyhole back. And that's really it. Boxy shape, you know, stuff like that. But there's no specialty techniques used in making this one. It is actually also important when you're listing something that is silk to, or not silk, velvet, to say what the fabric content is. So this is a viscose and nylon velvet. Some of the nicer velvets are going to be rayon velvet and silk velvet. So keeping an eye on what type of velvet your garment is gonna raise or lower the price depending on how nice the fiber is. And if you ever find a silk or a rayon velvet, you will know the nap is just so smooth and it's just beautiful to touch, but definitely worth knowing what type of velvet you have. Next up, it looks like we have a little negligee. This is Victoria's Secret gold label. I think I just loved the like magenta pink color and then this little like ruffled bottom. These little cutouts right here are called, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced godet, where they take out a part of the fabric and replace it with something else to give it a fuller hemline. And then it's just got this cute little tassel here, and it is a nice shape. It's got the little bow. Yeah, I just really liked that. Next up, this is a BCBG Max Azria. I don't really pick up this brand very often, but sometimes you just get a piece that really stands out to you, and I just loved the style of this, the contrast of the lace overlay, which is when you have lace over a fabric that is beneath it, and then the floral pattern that is so beautifully stitched and inset into this piece. And then you have the gross grain ribbon style belt. This is not actually a gross grain ribbon, but it's that style. And then the little like peplumed hem, and it's just so pretty. I just really liked it. Let's see what it is made out of. It could be silk. This is called the Kaylin blouse in Poppy Comb. And it is polyester. So, very cute. That is one that I would have paid $5 for just because I just love the style. Okay, what is this? This is no brand. I think I bought this for myself. It is silk. I can just tell by the feel of it. It's just beautiful with like this Art Deco style embroidery in the front, and then you've got the little, I forget what this is called, but this has a name where it's like a raised bubble embroidery, and you've got the lace panels here. Yeah, but it is just really beautiful and soft. It says it is made in China, so I don't think it is vintage. Oh, it has something on here. 12th Street by Cynthia Vincent. But yeah, it's just very pretty. So your style for this, when you have a very like architectural look to a garment where it's got all of these, you see like these lines that are just sort of like radiating out, almost remind you of the sun, and then the diamond pattern, that is going to be Art Deco. It is a style that was very popular in the 1930s, so if I were listing this, I would definitely include that keyword. Okay, what is this? This is a ModCloth top. It has a cool giraffe print on it. And I don't really know that this one has any sort of special attributes, but when you've got a print that is something that's not common, like this isn't a giraffe skin print, it's a print of the actual giraffe itself, that kind of thing is going to be called a novelty print. So if you have like a dress with birds on it, or a t-shirt with oranges on it, or something like that, that's called a novelty print. ModCloth is notorious for novelty prints. What is this? This is by Naomi Code. I have no idea what that brand is. I'm pretty sure I just couldn't leave this behind. It's ringing a bell. It looks familiar. Okay. So we've got an embroidered top, and it's sort of like a tank top, and you see it buttons down the front, and it has these little flutter sleeves. So when it has this shape where it's like a quarter of a circle and then it falls like that, that is called a flutter sleeve. It's got this embroidery on top of the mesh, and then it's got a second layer of this embroidery here, so it's almost like a tiered, ruffled sort of piece. And I have no idea if this is valuable, but I loved it. It's just so different, and that just really speaks to me when things are different. I love that. I'm excited to list all of these. I have really good taste. Here's another example of novelty print. This is a Postmark by Anthropologie top. It is a US size 2, and it is snails. And this one actually has a ruffle here at the back, and then it is an open, is it an open back? Yes, it is an open back. So that is just really cool. It gives you that little peekaboo down at the bottom. If this were my size, I would totally keep it. I think that's really adorable. So open back, novelty print, ruffle. This is like a quintessential 1990s dress. This is by a brand that I adore called All That Jazz. It is a mini, sort of like baby doll dress, and it's just that black background, sunflower dress, and then it is a lace up corset back, so where it laces between two sides, that's going to be like a corset style, because you can cinch it in, you can make it accentuate the waist, or you can open it up and give yourself more room to just move about freely. And I absolutely adore this dress. I am very excited. I think this will sell very quickly. Well, this is another Anthropologie top. This is by Maeve. I think this is one that I would not have purchased if it had been $5. If it had been $3, like I thought, I would have purchased it. But, I mean, I'll make my money back, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. It is, let's see if it's silk. It honestly feels kind of like polyester, but let's see. Alright, well the tags have been cut out of this, so I don't know if it's silk or not. I can look it up when I find the style name for this piece, but I just liked the almost tie-dye, sort of like shibori style print. This isn't shibori because it's not that indigo color, but it's definitely got that like dyed aesthetic where the lines are a little blurry, and then it's got this gathered like Grecian shoulder here, and then it's got the draped front. So I thought that was really pretty. It is a size 6. I do remember spending quite a bit of money. I think it was like over $200. This is a Madewell top. It's just a polka dot top, a little crop. The thing I love about this is that it is box pleated, and inside of the box pleats there's a smaller polka dot, and then there is on the larger, and then it goes all the way around. So that's the same here. So this style is called a swing tank. where it just sort of like hangs on you, and it's like swingy, and it's shaped like a triangle. So that's going to be a swing tank. But I love that. So we have a New with Tags J. Crew tank top here. It is ruffled and tiered, which is just so sweet. I think it is silk. Yes, it is 100% silk. And it has the side zip over here. And it is size 6. And I just love... See, this is something that speaks to me on a quality level. So when you are inside of a shirt and in the shoulders up here, you see this little string with a snap on the end. This is called a bra stay. So what it does is you hook your bra strap into it and then snap over it. And that way you never get the sort of peekaboo bra strap that happens just in everyday wear. But that is definitely something that I look for when I am looking at a really nice quality piece. And I really love this. I think it was originally $88 for a tank top. So that's pretty nice. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get anywhere near that, but if I get, you know, 25, I'll be perfectly happy. Alright, what did I buy? Okay, this is a vintage flax piece. It is this very nice, kind of like clay colored top, and it buttons down the front. Again, it's got that boxy shape. There's not a whole lot of flax pieces for, you know, styles or style names, but one thing you do want to make sure you put into your flax listings is the keyword login look, and that is just sort of the, in German it's layered look. Thank you Quinby for teaching me that over at The Rightful Queen, but this is just a really nice little linen tank top. Okay, another velvet piece. This is also J. Crew. It is size 14. It's that beautiful rich velvet, and it has bra stays in the top. This is just a pretty basic scoop neck tank top. So when it's got that nice rounded neck, that is a scoop neck. This is by a brand called TSE. I have not heard of this before. I probably looked this up in the store. I like the floral print on it, and it is super soft. I can tell that it's a very nice quality thread, probably cashmere. Yeah, it's 100% cashmere. Yeah, so I probably looked this up when I felt it and decided to see if it was worth picking up, and it is. So when you have something like this, it usually probably would come with a cardigan, and this is going to be the camisole part of it, so I will definitely put that it is a knit camisole in the title as a keyword. What is this? This looks festive. Oh yeah, I had to try this on to see if I liked the shape of it, because you really couldn't tell with this one. This is a handmade dress. It is definitely some sort of synthetic fabric, but it is a tent dress with like, this just sits so nicely, and it just scoops at the neck, and then it had pockets too, which really sold me on it. And I'm not entirely sure if this one will be for sale. I really love this. I think it's great. And it's just got so much nice billowy fabric, and again, that's going to be a tent dress with an off the shoulder, or like, I don't know that it's quite off the shoulder, but it's like a bateau neckline where it's like nice and wide, and it comes out to like almost the edge of your shoulder. This is a vintage piece. I do remember this now that I see it. It's just, that's all embroidered. And I'm pretty sure this is on a silk. I could be wrong, but I can do a fiber test on that. It's got the metal zipper here in the back. A lot of times with vintage zippers, let's see if I can show you this. The zipper is actually the same color as the piece. Like, the inside is that metal color, but the outside was painted. And that is going to be something that they don't really do as much in modern pieces, so that is a good indicator of it being vintage. This is just sort of like a 60s blouse with 3/4 semi-bell sleeves, and I just loved this embroidery. Loved it. So when a sleeve comes to like here, that's called a bracelet sleeve because it shows off your bracelet. This is another vintage dress. This is a Moda International dress, size large. And it just, I don't know, this is so quaint. It kind of reminds me of like Winnie the Pooh, and like these look like honeybees, but they're not. They're little flowers. And this is just an oversized button front dress made out of rayon. I think for that one, I'll probably use the keyword that I have recently learned from Christina Sherilyn, and that is cottagecore. This is a keyword that sort of has to do with like gardening and just like cottage, like simple way of life. And I feel like that sort of fits into that aesthetic. I can see that with, you know, a large brimmed hat, straw hat, just like strolling the countryside and picking up some, you know, lavender or something. This is a Plenty by Tracy Reese dress. This is probably an Anthropologie piece, as they did sell quite a number of Plenty by Tracy Reese pieces. It is, again, a lace overlay, and it has a keyhole back over here, and it's just a shift dress. So when it comes down, in sort of like a straight line, it's more of a shift than a sheath. And let's see, I recently learned that Tracy Reese is actually a African-American designer, which I love. This is a 1970s dress. I don't think it has any labels, but the style is very common of the 1970s and very sought after. Again, with the cottagecore keyword. And then, though this doesn't quite have a handkerchief hem, which is where it's rather asymmetrical, I may use that anyway because of the shape of the skirt. It is a full circle skirt, so if you laid this out flat, the skirt would make a circle around the top of the dress. And then it just has a V-neck and these cute little gathered sleeves with the little flutter situation going on here. I may have actually bought this for myself. I don't know, but I'll have to try it on to see if I like it. This is a Julie Brown dress. It's new without tags, size 8. And I'm sure I bought this because of the print. It's like making the screen go insane. It is just beautiful, so 60s flower power inspired. It's got box pleats here on the back, and then it's got side pleats on the front. Just very much that 60s flower power mini vibe. All good keywords if you were going to list a dress like that. I think I'm like halfway through the bag and it's already been half an hour. Okay. I'm almost 100% positive I bought this for myself because I was in like slum world when I first, like during that time. But I'm going to save this for next year. It is a sweatshirt dress and it has pockets, so that is perfect. I have no idea what the brand is. It's got this little like cycle here. I don't know if that's like a Soul Cycle thing or something, but it's really soft and it's got a hood. I'm definitely keeping that. This is a Moschino top, so love Moschino, and it's just got this little flower daisy print. This is very like 90s inspired. It's got the hearts and the peace signs. And it is 100% silk with that ruffled neckline. Usually this type of top where it's got like a ruffled neckline and then it has ties here at the neck is going to be a peasant top, so I might include that keyword, but yeah, just very 1990s, very on trend. Next is another vintage piece. This is supposed to be in the style of a cheongsam, which is a Chinese traditional sort of garment, that like fitted style, you know, where it's got the closures up here or at the neck. But it is from the 1960s, and I just really liked this floral print. It's very like dark garden inspired, and it does just sort of, if you can see it, it closes over here with snaps, and it has that high mandarin collar, so I liked that. This dress I have sold before. This is a ModCloth dress by the brand Closet London. This one is a size 6. It's just got a butterfly print, so I'll actually be able to reuse my photographs, and Closet London dresses have pockets, so I love that. And this one has the exposed zipper in the back, so you can use that keyword. And again, you can see how this metal zipper is, it stands out. It's not painted like the vintage ones were. Oh, I love this. I wish this was my size. This is a cachet romper. The top is striped and the bottom is solid color with a lace up front, and then it has this like, is that the back? I think that's a lace up back. No, that's the front. And then it has this like hooking metal belt buckle here. So I just thought that was really cool. Very bold style, and it's got this set of pockets, and this is a vintage cachet tag. Let me show you. So that is going to be from like the 80s, 90s. Okay, this is, I think this is Anthropologie. Yes, so this is a Moulinette Source dress. I think I got this because it's a size 14. It does have very pretty embroidery details on the bottom and on the top, so it is a very nice dress for the summer. These are not gross grain straps. They're actually sewn in, which is nice because sometimes Anthropologie's straps, when they're ribbon, they tend to fray. So this is a very pretty little dress. It is an invisible side zip. It also has pockets, and it's gonna need a little bit of cleaning first, but I definitely liked the spaghetti strap summer look, and this embroidery is just really pretty at the top. When the waist is, see how it's not pleated? This is called gathering. So they gather the fabric on the seam and then stitch it down. And it was also an Empire waist. This is by the brand Fat Face. This is a UK brand. It is a US size 10, UK size 14. I might even keep this. This is just so casual and cute, and it has pockets. It's very stiff material, but it's like a cotton, so I feel like this would actually be very airy. It's a boxy shape. This video is getting very long. My phone storage just filled up, so I'm going to go ahead and try and go quickly for the last of it. And I'm going to stop doing keywords, sorry. Next up is this vintage dress. I'm pretty sure it's vintage. It's like a midi length, and I liked the fruit print on it, and it has this little like sort of cut out back of the neck style. I think that one's gonna be really pretty when it's photographed. This is a New with Tags Torrid Doctor Who dress in a size 6, which I thought was very unique. I think somebody's probably going to love that. Next up is this bird print dress. This one, I don't know if this is handmade or not. It is definitely a larger size and it has pockets and it is nicely made. It is a cotton, so I am excited to list that one. Definitely trying to push forward with more extended sizing. This is J Lay. I don't know what that is, but I loved it. It's just like this burnout velvet and beaded kimono. I think that's going to be beautiful. It's like a dusty pink. This is a horse print dress by Ladak or something like that. This is just cute. Novelty Prints. I like it. This is definitely a vintage piece. It is a little on the smaller side, maybe a 28-inch waist or so, but I just liked the sort of like red, white, and blue fun bit, and then it's got some ruffles down at the hem. This is very pretty. I love these colors. So this is by Art and Tatiana, and it is a size 3X. And if you watched my Bolo pinup brands, Tatiana is in there. It is just so beautiful, so fun. The colors, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to list it. This is by Lulu's, and it is a smock top off the shoulder midi dress with just this very like modern sort of print. And then it's got like a split hem down here. If this were my size, I would probably keep it, but it is a small. Just loved that. Love the mix of colors and the smocked top. This is a Lily Pulitzer. It is a size extra large. It's a giraffe print, and it is like a tunic dress, and I thought that the bold colors were a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure that is 100% silk. Alright, last few items here. This is it. This one is, oh, I remember this. This was a nice brand. Okay, Reformation. But I need to fix it. One of the straps came undone from the top. If it weren't for the brand and the print, I would not have picked this up and bothered to repair it. But wow, look at that. Completely in love. It is a button front style, and I think this is just going to be so cute once I fix it. Next up is a Garnet Hill top. This brand I like to pick up in plus size or extended size. It's got this beautiful embroidery over here. I find that these sell pretty quickly, and this is just so soft. It is a size 18, and I just think somebody is going to love that. My closet is going to be awesome coming up. This is Thaskin's Theory. So this is actually kind of like a nicer version of the Theory label. So it's the same person who is behind Theory, but it is like the higher end sort of brand. This I'll probably honestly list it now, but it is definitely a heavier weight. And it is made for like the winter season, but it is just beautiful. Like, I think it's lined in silk. It is a size 0. So small person, but there are plenty of small women who would wear this. Yes, the lining is silk and spandex, so a stretchy silk. And the outside is cotton and wool, viscose, nylon, polyester. And it's just got that like metallic thread throughout. So I love this. I think it's going to be really pretty. If I don't list this, I might try it on ThredUp Luxe. We shall see. But that is it. That is my haul. So I spent over $200, but I think I did really well. I will make that money back in no time. I'm very excited about the pieces that I picked up. They're definitely not things that I can find as much of in my area. I live in New Hampshire. We do definitely have some wealthy people here, and we have a lot of people who come from Massachusetts, so I'm not saying that I never find anything like this, but what I am saying is that if you go into the heart of Boston, where all these stores are, and it's so much more metropolitan, you're definitely going to find such a wide variety of brands and styles there, and I think that just kind of shows in this haul. So I always love to go there. It is always a treat. They pretty much never have sales, but I love it anyway. So whenever we go down there, it's a lot of fun. And then I also get to go get curry at my favorite Japanese restaurant, Cafe Mommy, down in Boston. And yeah, so that was a pretty epic haul. So I hope that you like this video, and if you could please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. What was your favorite piece? What one just made you go like, ah, I wish I found that? And which one did you like the least? Which one would you not have picked up? So give me some comments down below and let me know, and I hope that I will see you tomorrow for my next video.